And a pleasant good afternoon to you, everyone, and welcome back to the Bilskie channel, and welcome back to more of some Phillies baseball. Going on a little bit earlier today. Going to be heading out later, so figured, well, what's better than Saturday afternoon baseball? So we moved the 7:05 or 7:10 game back to 1 o'clock, so we're on a little bit early today. Just a couple news and notes. Due to we found out that due to the performance of Zach Eflin last night, even though he had 9 strikeouts in the game, shoulder inflammation, so he'll be out 1 to 2 weeks. We put him on the injured list for at least on the 15-day injured list, just to get him straightened out. In his place, he had a good outing the last time he was in the rotation, and that would be Francisco Liriano. So we put Francisco in the rotation. He'll be going, obviously, after the All-Star break, but he will be in the rotation at least until Zach gets back. Hopefully the shoulder inflammation situation goes down and it's not anything serious. But with that move, we also recalled Victor Arano. So we put him back in the bullpen, called him up from AAA Lehigh Valley, and so he's back in there. And I realized that with the upcoming season, in the actual season, the abbreviated 60-game season, that most of the guys you see here will probably not be on the roster. However, I took the roster that was fresh off the presses before the season started, so that's what I'm rolling with. So this is my bullpen. Nick Pivetta may or may not see a start in the absence of Zach Eflin. So we shall see. But Victor Arano, I recalled him. Hopefully he got his issues straightened out in AAA and ready to come back in here and do some middle relief for us. But that's the news and notes. So just to recap, if you're just joining me here, we got, let's go back here to the injured list. So in addition to the injured list, Neil Walker should be coming off soon. We'll have to see what we can do to get him back on the roster, get a roster spot for him. We shall see about that. But Zach Eflin went on the 15-day injured list. As you see here, with shoulder inflammation, he'll be out 1 to 2 weeks. So we put him on the 15-day injured list. As I said, Neil Walker should be coming back soon. A very integral part of the bench for a while when he was coming in off the bench as a pinch hitter. He is the Phillies fans will remember old Greg Gross would come off the bench and typically get a hit just about every time he came up, usually in hitting for the pitcher. But he's our 10th man, or at least he was until he went on the injured list. But we're looking to get him back hopefully at the start of the second half, where Zach Eflin will be on the injured list well into the second half, into the start of the second half, I should say. So wish him well, and hopefully he gets back to be 100%. But these things do happen. Injuries do happen. It's part of the game, and it wouldn't be a simulated season if injuries weren't involved. So we made a roster move, just in case you're just joining me here. I just noticed somebody jumped on there. Let's go back to the roster here, or the pitching rotation, actually. So Francisco Liriano will assume the starting spot there in place of Zach Eflin while he's convalescing. And we brought back up to fill the roster spot. We brought back Victor Arano, the right-handed middle reliever. So he'll be joining the squad in Washington, D.C., and if it doesn't go well for Vince and he needs some help, I'm sure that Victor Arano, who is more than hungry to get back up here to the big show, will be more than likely ready to go when called upon. So there's your roster moves. So that's it, really. So Francisco Liriano will most likely get a start in at the start of the second half, and we'll go to the calendar here, and there's today's matchup. That'll be coming up at 1 o'clock, so in about 8 minutes from now. But if we go to the calendar here, as you can see, Vince Velasquez and Max Scherzer scheduled to go at it today. Aaron Nola and Steven Strasburg tomorrow. Looking forward to that one. That'll be the wrap-up of the first half and the final game of this 3-game set with the Phillies and Nationals. And then Monday night, the Home Run Derby. I'm looking forward to this. hopefully there's some. Maybe we can get some controllers involved. Maybe we can get my son and maybe my wife to even jump in and do some home run hitting. Who knows? But we'll see how it works. It'll be my first time doing this in an actual simulated season, and then the All-Star game coming up on Tuesday, July 14th. The day before tax day. So just a reminder to all you kiddies out there who have not yet got your taxes in, this is the actual tax day, which was amended from April, obviously during the coronavirus, but that is the due date, just in case you were wondering. So, but back to baseball here. Here's today's matchup. That will be, obviously it was a 7:15 scheduled start. We're going to be backing it up to 6 minutes from now. Phil's ruling the roost, as you see there. 23.5 games up on the Marlins, 27.5 up on the Mets, 35 up on the Braves, and 38.5 up on their opponents this weekend and today on this July 11th Saturday. Good to have you with me, and we're going to get this game going. I guess we'll preview the lineup while we're here. I don't see any changes. Let's see, that's a DH. Well, maybe I'll tell you what. While we're here, why don't we get JT back in there? We're doing it on the fly, kids. We're doing it on the fly. And in that case, we'll give Mean Gene a break, and we'll get Josh Harrison in there at third base. So, pretty hot lineup right there, I must say. Andrew Knapp came in last night. He was actually the player of the game, hitting a 3-run home run as part of his start yesterday in the game. You did see JT, albeit briefly, as a pinch hitter yesterday. But this is going to be the lineup today, as Kutch back at that leadoff spot. Hopefully, he'll be looking to get off the schneid. Obviously, it shows he's still hot there. He does co-lead the league. I don't know why I can't ever get that out right. He leads the league in home runs and batting average, so far as I know. But he's definitely a co-leader along with Bryce Harper. So he's definitely on fire. But Roman Quinn, in fact, you know what? I think I might switch them around. I'm going to get Roman some hits, so we'll do that. We're just going on the fly here, kids. We're going on the fly. But this right now, I think as I'm looking at it, I think might be a good lineup to go after the Nationals and Max Scherzer today. So the speedy Roman Quinn, who for quite some time was at the top of the list for batting average, believe it or not. Every time he came up, pretty much he got a hit. So he'll be leading off today. Kutch will be in the second hole at left field, his usual spot. Bryce Harper, who's been sort of the long ball has been evading him here of late. He hasn't been able to get one to leave the yard since the Seattle series, I believe. But he's in that third spot, so we'll see what happens with Bryce today. Rhys Hoskins, the big fellow, the cleanup hitter, batting in his usual spot. First base, of course, is where he'll be stationed. JT back in the lineup in that fifth spot behind the plate. Didi Gregorius, shortstop, batting sixth. Scott Kingery, who in that American League trip from Seattle to Houston was really on fire, and he continues to be. He's racked up some home runs. He's gotten some extra base hits. He's gotten some runs batted in. So we'll see how well he continues to do in the lineup today as well. Josh Harrison in the lineup today. He will be in at that hot corner at third base, giving Mean Gene the day off. So he'll be in there at the 8th spot, playing third, and then of course Double V batting ninth and pitching. So there is your lineup. I guess we'll just go ahead and get it started. We'll just jump right on in. Okay, they're going with the Reds. All right. Phillies don't have a whole lot of alternate jerseys in here for the road. They got a lot of throwbacks. That one's near and dear to my heart right there. That powder blue. That's actually the 74 jersey. It doesn't have a name on the back, but they sort of recaptured that when they did the alternate jersey, which for some strange reason is a home jersey, not an away jersey. I don't understand that, but that's more like the 83, 84 esque. You can tell by the patch on the sleeve. That was actually the 100-year anniversary patch on that sleeve there that you see Bryce Harper sporting. I'm actually quite disappointed that they didn't put the alternate red jersey in here, the cool base jersey. conspicuous by its absence this year. They would have used it for spring training, but there's the spring training jersey. I guess they had the batting practice jersey. Love that hat, by the way. So these are just some of the jerseys that they use. But I guess we'll go back to the road jerseys, the standard grays. As boring as that is, but that's what they're going to be wearing. And there you see Nationals Park, very beautiful facility. Obviously it's not Citizens Bank Park. I'm a little biased, but very nice facility by the looks of it. Never been. There you see Vince Velasquez getting the nod today, looking for that 13th victory, looking to get a baker's dozen. As yes, there is the starting lineup for today. It's Roman Quinn leading off, playing center field. Andrew McCutchen in at the second spot, playing left field. The right fielder Bryce Harper in at the third spot, batting fourth. First baseman, the big fella Rhys Hoskins, batting fifth. JT Realmuto, he's behind the plate. Batting sixth, the shortstop Didi Gregorius. Scott Kingery, the second baseman, batting seventh. Josh Harrison there at the hot corner, batting eighth. And batting ninth and pitching, Vince Velasquez, Double V, looking for win number 13. And the Phillies, believe it or not, on an incredible streak themselves, looking to get win number 15, I believe, today. As you see, it's Quinn, McCutchen, and Harper. Hoskins, Realmuto, Gregorius, Kingery, Harrison, Velasquez. That is your starting nine. There is your starting pitching matchup as Double V looks for win number 13 as we take you to Nationals Park for Game 2. Enjoy the game, everybody.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Washington Nationals. The Phillies continue their incredible hot streak today as they attempt to secure their 16th straight win right after this. Max Scherzer gets the starting assignment for the Nats in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, you want to know if this guy's one of the better pitchers in the league? Well, how about this? Batters are hitting under 200 against this guy for the year, so he's done a good job against both righties and lefties. And I'm looking for him to be just as dominant in this one.
Now at the plate, Roman Quinn. And we are set for baseball here this evening. Here's the first pitch to him. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. So, guys, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, they come in playing reasonably well of late, though they have dropped their last two in a row.
Yeah, Matty, in this sport at this level, you have to find a way to be a little bit realistic. You're not going to win every ball game. So they lost last game. Fine. Let's find a way to execute today and get on the winning side.
A ball and a strike to the Phillies leadoff man. The 1-1. High in the air out to center field. Eaton is underneath this one, and he's got it for out number one. Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, Matt, I appreciate the way Bryce Harper plays the game. This guy knows how to drive in runs. Had over 25 runs batted in last month. You've got to pay attention to how he goes about it. Ground balls, fly balls, home runs, any way to drive in a run, and that's what he's doing. He tries to have a major impact on every game he plays in.
Andrew McCutchen is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Scherzer has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do, with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
And Kendrick squeezes it for out number 2. At the plate, Bryce Harper, and what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
Yeah, this guy's got the home run and runs batted in thing figured out for the Triple Crown, but he's not in the top 5 in the batting average, and if he wants to win the Triple Crown, so he's going to have to make up a lot of ground.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. The windup and the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and he sets him down for out number 3. Phillies down in order, and now the Nationals get their first opportunity. No score. Vince Velasquez, a California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, I call Vince Velasquez V squared, and he's a really good pitcher. 4-pitch mix, fastball, slider, curveball, changeup. 95 to 97 with a fastball with a lot of late life. Quality pitcher.
Here now is Trey Turner. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now here it comes. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Hit to third. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Hey, this game's starting off exactly the way they want it to. Lead off single in the bottom of the first after their pitcher went out there and threw a donut on the board. Boys are flying around.
And he just manages to get his hand in. Another look to first, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Adam Eaton digging in next. Snap throw from the catcher, but he's back in standing. The 1-0 home is in there for strike 1. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
Dero, this Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers really like to throw to.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, though, Dan. You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment. It's the north-south that'll kill you.
But the runner's back easily. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. His lifetime line against Velasquez. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Turner on at first, nobody out. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
Hey, I think this is going to be the key to his success out on the mound. That good movement on that 2-seam fastball is going to keep that ball in the yard and keep this offense on its toes.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Adam Eaton is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Throw over to first, and he'll get back in standing. Here's Howie Kendrick. And a ball 1-0. The step in here at 275. 9 homers, 27 driven in. Throw over to the bag, and the runner back in standing. Liner toward right center, and Kendrick has a base hit. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
Juan Soto to the plate now. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
3 balls and a strike to the Nationals left fielder.
Not a good spot to be in right now. A pitcher's falling behind in the count with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
Full count now, 3-2. Runners are at second and third with 1 down. Hit out towards second. Only play is going to be at first, so that'll go as an RBI that brings home the opening marker of the ball game.
Really good team at bat right there, right? Just put the ball in play. He does just that, gets the ground ball, and brings home the first run of the game from third.
Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Inside corner, a ball and a strike. Thames, formerly property of the Milwaukee Brewers, he became a member of this team after signing as a free agent earlier this season.
Yeah, he didn't have an opportunity to really get acclimated to this ball club. Showing up during the season is not always easy, opening the doors to a big league clubhouse and trying to get to know your teammates. The best way to get to know them is to go out and produce.
And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. We're back with more on this Saturday night after this. Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins. Comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. First delivery to him on the way. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Slow roller out to short. Turner has it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. Now at the plate, JT Realmuto, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. The pitch. Good off-speed pitch, had him out in front for strike 1.
I don't mind the aggressiveness right there. He was definitely trying to get the head to a fastball. He pulled the string on that one. He's going to have to stay back a little bit longer.
Realmuto behind with an 0-2 count now. He'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
Into the box now, Didi Gregorius, and he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Gregorius is undoubtedly one of the best hitters in baseball, especially against right-handed pitching. He tends to hit for both power and average, so he's certainly a big threat in matchups like these.
Yeah, you could tell he is just super confident against right-handed guys. You know, sometimes it's coincidence, sometimes it's you don't see many lefties, Matty, but bottom line is 75% of the time there's a right-hander on the mound, and this guy finds barrel consistently.
A ball and 2 strikes to Didi Gregorius. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
Well, we all know he can burn on a base pass, right? But that's a little tougher to do when you've got a nice goose egg on your leg. It's tough to do like that.
And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's around first, heading for 2. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Man, I don't think he could have bisected those fielders any better if he tried. Drove that one into the alley for a gapper that'll bring him easily into second base.
And in steps Scott Kingery as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him at 96. It's a ball and a strike. And that misses. 2-1.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Here's the 2-1. Strike 2 as the fastball is let go. 2 out here and a runner at second. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More from the show Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Stepping into the box, Kurt Suzuki, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. First pitch on its way. A windup and the 0-1.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
Hit down the third baseline. The 0-2 once more. Hard hit ball to second, and this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Wow, this is a perfect example of a wily veteran doing what needs to be done to deliver for his team.
Yeah, and just watch this swing. Instead of trying to do too much with it and pull it, he stays inside the ball and is able to smack it to the opposite field for a double.
And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. 1-1 pitch coming now to Cabrera.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
2-2 the count. Comes set, now the pitch. A runner at second, nobody out. Left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Hey, he did an amazing job just to be able to get wood on this baseball and drive it through the infield. I mean, that pitch was executed perfectly. Breaking ball down below the zone. Nice job right there.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. Here comes the 0-1. Zimmerman, or just simply Zim. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations.
Just a sec now as that ball finds its way into the outfield, a base hit. And that'll score the run from third as they go up 2-0 now.
Hey, you tip your hat to the batter for finding a way to find some green grass out there, but man, that has to frustrate you, Dan. An executed pitch right there.
It does. Anytime you make a good pitch, and off the bat, it certainly didn't look like it was going to fall in for a base hit. You make a good pitch, but you don't necessarily always get the kind of results you want as a pitcher.
Quinn comes on now, and he has it one down. And he'll get into third here on the fly out, so he's 90 feet away here with one gone.
So here's how the Phillies are positioned defensively. Let's spot shadow Bryce Harper, and why wouldn't we? He's only one of the best players in the game. He puts it on the line every night in the field and at the plate.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. 1-1 to count. To 1-2 now.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Another 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter. You think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
2-0 to the Nationals center fielder. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. 2 balls and a strike.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
Oh, he checked his swing there and pops this one up. Harper on the run. He dives, but he can't make the catch. It's a foul ball. And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. Only 1 in the inning for the Nationals. We played 2 full. It's the Nationals 2 and the Phillies nothing. All set for the start of the inning, and standing in is the veteran third baseman Josh Harrison. Here comes the first pitch. In there for strike 1, 0-1. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Harrison, often known as J-Hay around the game. He was taken in the 6th round during the 2008 draft.
I know a lot of people weren't sure what this guy was going to become, but he has blossomed into one of the superstars in the game. What an absolute steal coming out of the middle rounds.
Eaton has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. Stepping up now, Vince Velasquez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now the pitch. And he got him out in front that time. Strike 1. And no swing apparently. Ball 1.
If he doesn't shorten his swing up right there, there's no chance he keeps his bat back.
The 1-1. half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2.
He's looked great on the bump the first few innings of this game, and I think his ability to change speeds effectively has been a big reason why. That was a good change of speed for the strikeout there, and I've seen a lot of hitters look pretty off with their timing so far.
Now he'll try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. He flied out leading off the ball game. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Now a late bunt attempt here, but he misses strike 2. Pitch on the way. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So they go quietly here in this half inning. And back in our nation's capital, before we get too much further on the field, let's check in with Heidi.
And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. And there's a swing and a miss by Kendrick as he falls behind now 0-2.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
2, 1, go.
Here now is Juan Soto. Swung on by Soto, and he connects to deep right. Harper looks up and gone up into the second deck. A solo shot here to straightaway right field, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far, as the Nats move out in front now 3-0. Into the box now, Eric Thames. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now, 0-2. Thames behind 1-2. Swing and a ball sliced foul into the seats down the left field line.
He was absolutely all over that fastball. Have to find a way to keep that fair.
Lined into right, a base hit.
Hey guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up, and he was able to put good wood on.
Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Standing in now, Kurt Suzuki, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. And here's a foul ball just off to the right as they get ahead of him here, 0-2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he fouls this one off. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Center fielder coming on. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring in the switch-hitting former All-Star Asdrubal Cabrera. And that one swung on and missed 0-1.
We're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
Line towards center field. In there, a base hit.
Man, this is just not what he had in mind when the skipper gave him the ball in this one. He's given up 8 hits, and we're not even out of the 3rd inning. He's getting exposed a little bit here.
Stepping in now, Ryan Zimmerman, as he'll take a look at ball 1. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Hit out towards second. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. Play at the plate, and he's out. A great throw. Nationals able to add on thanks to. Here's Andrew McCutchen now. Drilled down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard. So a base hit for him has him aboard to start out their half of the 4th as we take a look at the league leaderboard in hits. And as you see there on the graphic, his total good for 5th best in the National League. And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate. Into center field, line drive base hit.
I'm shocked he got to that pitch right there. In today's game of loading up, leg kicks, toe taps, dropping the hands, trying to create launch angle, that high heater usually gets by.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. No balls and a strike to count. None out, runners at first and second. One ball and 1 strike to the Phillies first baseman. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
I don't blame the batter for pulling the trigger right there. Those fastballs light up your eyes, and you can occasionally do damage with them, but he wasn't able to catch up with that one.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So first and second with 1 man gone, and in steps the catcher JT Realmuto. Ball 1. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And this is on the ground is short, could be 2. And he's safe.
Usually these guys turn that 6-4-3 double play in their sleep, but it looks like he rushed the feed just a little bit. You have to be sure to get at least 1 out. Now we'll see if the guy on the mound can pick up the defense.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Didi Gregorius. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up.
And he's got to build off that last AB. He battled. Usually when you battle, you get in that swing mode a lot.
Now, meanwhile, this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. 1 run is scored. And they'll hold that runner at third, so everyone moves up, and they remain loaded here with still only 1 gone. So now to the plate, Scott Kingery. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1.
Clearly, this is a tough situation to be on the mound, but the key here is minimizing. They're up by 2, so if he could find a way to get out of this bases loaded jam by only giving up 1 run, that would be clutch.
Skied into straightaway right. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. And they'll get a step closer. It's a sac fly to make it a 3-2 game now.
Always productive to score runs when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
Striding in once again, Josh Harrison, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Here's the first pitch to him. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike. Swung on and missed. That strike 2.
A strike away now from getting out of this mess. Sometimes pitching is all about minimizing, right? So keeping it to 2 runs across in the inning would be huge.
From the stretch, the 1-2. And the slider is way low, but a good job there to knock this one down. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left stranded. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the Nationals 3 and the Phillies 2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning and set to stand in as the veteran pitcher, Max Scherzer.
Max Scherzer.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a strike called in the upper part of the zone. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
Now that.
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up one of the fastest players in all the land, Trey Turner. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And this is low, ball 1.
Lots of hits given up, but so far no walks. At least he's making them work to get on base. Problem is, they haven't had to work too hard.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Slow roller down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Now here's the pitch. And he lays off the pitch down and away. Ball 2.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
Fastball is looked at for strike 2. We're in the 4th. 3-2 is our score. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Softly hit here to the left side. And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a 1-out base runner.
Yeah, Matty, I mean, the numbers don't lie. They've tagged him for 10 hits, including that last one, and he's having a hard time getting out of any trouble. They might be buying some time to let the relievers get a few more pitches in before they give him the hook.
First offering on its way. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Runners on first with one down. This is on the ground over to first. Step on the bag for one, and it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw.
Here's one that you don't see too often, right? Safe at second base, but out at first. Great hustle there from the runner going into second. Really showed off his speed.
So coming to the plate, Howie Kendrick. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball. 1-0. Bounce towards the second baseman. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Nationals. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the fifth.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And he really emphasized that they're not doing a very good job capitalizing on run-scoring opportunities. With just one hit with runners in scoring position in the game, you can understand why he feels that way. But he also says he likes the way his guys are responding to the adversity. It seems as though they're keeping their energy and mood up. So we'll see if they can start coming through with some big hits as we go forward.
All right, Heidi, thank you. First pitch of the at-bat. Vince Velasquez is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. One and one. And this one's high and tight, backing him up. 2-1. Now the pitch. Fooled by the speed and location of that one. It's 2-2.
That's been a great pitch for him all night. Able to push and pull the throttle a little bit. Throwing a good fastball located and mixing in that nasty changeup with good arm action.
Roman Quinn waits on deck. Now the 3-2 pitch. Locks him up for strike three. So yet another strong outing for him tonight as we show you the league leaders in ERA. And as you see there, he sits in 4th place in that department in the National League. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Roman Quinn. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Here it comes. The 1-0. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. On to first, and Scherzer's on a roll now. 2 away. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the former National League MVP Andrew McCutchen. First pitch on its way. On a line, that's a base hit into left field. Another multi-hit game for him here tonight. No surprise there as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting. And as you can see right there, he's up near the top in the National League, currently 3rd best. Next to dig in will be Bryce Harper as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1.
Hey, I know the tying runs at first right here, but if the pitcher on the mound executes, keeps the ball in play, I think good things are going to happen.
Swing and a line drive, but just fouls as he just misses extra bases. The 1-1. Runners off for second. He swings and misses. Throw down. And he is out at second. Caught stealing. Digging in to try it again. Juan Soto. He'll lead it off against Vince Velasquez.
The last at bat, Nettie D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
First pitch of the at-bat. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Pulled toward right center field. And he will make the nice running catch out there as he had to travel a long distance to rein that one in. One gone for the Nationals in the fifth. And in steps the lefty power threat, Eric Thames. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he pours this one in at the letters. 0-1.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
Harper has a read on it. 2 down. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in the catcher Kurt Suzuki. First offering on its way. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. That's popped up. Gregorius over to his right. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Nationals gone in order, but they still lead it 3-2. Here's Bryce Harper now. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
And that's in there. 2-1. Two and two. Down the left field line and deep. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. Well hit, but right into the teeth of the shift. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, not an easy thing to do right there, Dero, with that stacked infield on the right side. To hit it through where the shift is, have to hit that in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, he found a good result right there, Dan. Pitcher actually executed right there. Got him to hit it where he wanted to. Put good barrel, good contact on that ball, and was able to find the hole.
In now, Rhys Hoskins. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. Back up the middle. A dive, and he knocks it down. But they will not get an out on the play as he beats the throw to first, and there are 2 on to start the inning now.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Dealer, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
To the plate now, JT Realmuto. Fouled away. No hits to this point. That's on the inside corner to put him behind here. 0-2.
Boy, the Phillies have been looking for some offense all game long. They've yet to find it. Let's hope they can find it pretty soon.
The 0-2 delivery. Swung on in the dirt, and that's a strikeout. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on.
I think that's one of the toughest calls for an umpire to make. The check swing appeal. Hitters rarely feel like they went, and I don't think he likes getting rung up there by the first base umpire. But looking at it, it's hard to say for sure that he didn't go around.
From the stretch. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball one.
Hey, it's nearly impossible to turn two with a guy that could run like this. It's even harder when he comes out of the box hitting from the left side. You really need something tailor-made to even have a chance to get him at first.
A ball and a strike. And this is chopped foul near the plate, and the count will move to 1-2 now. 3-2's our score here in inning number 6. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Now a look and a throw back to second. And he'll dive back in safely. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
First and second now, one man out. Hit hard down the right field line, but a foul ball. The next 3-2 is put in play to the right side of the infield. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away. So stepping in, Scott Kingery, 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he takes ball one. Kingery is certainly hoping to be honored as an all-star this year, but he's sort of on the fringe right now, currently 3rd in fan votes at second base.
Yeah, and you don't want to leave it up to a manager's decision. You want to get in based on the fan vote, and he has a chance to do exactly that if he can make a late push as we head towards the Midsummer Classic.
The 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now.
That's a really nice thing about pitching with the base open. You can work out of the strike zone a little bit more and try to get a guy to chase your pitch, just like that one.
Second and third, 2 away. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple. They're down 3-2. Here now is his Drupal Cabrera. Couple of singles to his credit thus far.
The third baseman, Drupal.
Adam Morgan enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Now pitching for number 46.
Here comes the first pitch. Morgan is adjusting to the new normal as MLB now mandates that relievers reach the end of an inning or face 3 or more batters before being replaced. For a one-time lefty specialist like this, that's a big change. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
At the plate now, Ryan Zimmerman swinging a ball hit on the ground. And very quickly they're 2 gone to start the inning.
The pitcher, number 31, Max Scherzer.
Stepping in, Max Scherzer. Opportunity to bat for himself with his guys up a run here in the 6th. He's set and the pitch. And looked inside, but that's ruled as strike. Nothing in 1. Morgan, 30 years of age. He was selected in the 3rd round back in 2011.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has. Nice pick.
Two out, nobody on. Strike 2 as the fastball is let go.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
1-2 to the Nationals pitcher. Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They're up 3-2. 7th inning ready to roll, and the ever versatile Josh Harrison digs in.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
I think for every player, for every former player, that swing right there is the reason we need to extend the netting without question. Want the fans to be safe.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. He's got the average to 321, 2 home runs and 16 RBIs. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. And this one misses to Bruce as he moves out in front. It's 2-1. All even now, 2-2. Now here's the pitch. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at-bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
3-2 pitch. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Well, these guys have had a hard time making contact all game long, racking up a bunch of Ks. So that's their first walk of the game. We'll see if that gets them going a bit.
Now the Nationals skipper is up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And the hook's coming with him as that'll be all for Max Scherzer. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Adam Hazley will be summoned now to be the pinch runner. First pitch of the at-bat. Line drive to left. But pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out. Digging in once again, Andrew McCutchen. 2 hits in 3 at-bats for him in this one. First pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Ooh-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Quick check on that tying run at first. And he'll get back in safely. 2 out with the man at first. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
He's got to find a way to set his sights down, but if I'm the pitcher, I continue to climb that ladder until he makes an adjustment.
Now a move over to first, and he is tagged out here. Boy, a bad mistake that time as he... Victor Arano will come on and take over here, and he'll hit in the leadoff spot following the double switch. Adam Hazley is the new center fielder after coming on as a pinch hitter during the last half inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Front door with the slider. He clips the zone for a called strike. And this is chopped foul at the plate. He's in the hole now, down 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. The next 0-2. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Nice job there taking care of the leadoff hitter via the strikeout. I'll tell you, in a one-run game, especially this late, getting that first guy in the inning, it's so important. It changes the whole complexion of the inning, so that was a big out.
Adam Eaton comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Now here's the pitch. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, 1-1. And the pitch. A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. Line towards center field, and that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tough, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
Behind 0-2 now. Kendrick waiting. Now the pitch. And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now. Juan Soto will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. He's set. Here it comes. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch heater.
Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2.
Looks to me like he's trying to make adjustments pitch to pitch up there at the plate, but he's looked completely thrown off so far. Late on the first one, way out front on the second.
A runner on first with 2 away. And that misses 2-2.
He started this guy backwards, couple of off-speed pitches early, followed by back-to-back heaters. He can go either way he wants to go right now.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Out in front as he rolls over it to second. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. When we return, it'll be Andrew McCutcheon. Wander Suero has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 51, Wander Suero.
Ready to begin the 8th, and that'll bring up the former National League MVP, Andrew McCutcheon. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Suero, 28 years old. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. The 0-1 on its way. Behind 0-2 now. That misses 1-2. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. swing and a miss, and McCutchen is set down for out number 1.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a one-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Into the box, Bryce Harper. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. A ball and a strike. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. One and 2 now. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Suzuki has it. He makes the throw to first. 2 down.
You know, professional catchers make those plays look easy most of the time, but that was a big play that shouldn't go unnoticed. Had he found a way on, he would have represented a tying run, so that was a nice job there to make sure that strikeout didn't get wasted.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. On a line, that's a base hit.
Obvious pitch recognition right there. 0-0 changeups usually get guys out in front, but he was able to stay back, recognize it, and drive it for a base hit.
Phil Gosselin will come on now and pinch run here. Standing in now, JT Realmuto, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Quick check on that tying run at first. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. But this won't get over the second baseman's glove as he's got it to end the inning. Phillies strand 1. They trail 3-2. Phil Gosselin will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and standing in the outfielder Eric Thames. Sir Anthony Dominguez is going to come on in relief as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in his zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
Too high that time, and it's 3-1.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters. So you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
That leadoff walk is a great way to start this inning when you're looking to pad the lead. Could be the beginning of good things here in this half inning.
And a reach with the backhand, but he comes up empty as that gets by him. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
From the stretch, Dominguez, a native of the Dominican Republic. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. First and second here with nobody out. Hit on the ground to third. There's one. Back to first, but he wasn't able to get enough on the throw, and they'll just get one. So they avoid what could have been a costly double play there.
Yeah, Met, credit the batter for busting out of the box and hustling down the line instead of getting mad at himself for rolling over on a ground ball. It's little things like that that can change the whole game.
Hey, I don't have a problem with him taking a pitch right there. It's a good opportunity to see what he's got. Also a good opportunity to see if he's going to be pounding the strike zone.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Fouled off. Ready now. 2-strike pitch on its way. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hey, even though this guy's a righty hitter, he's going to get pounded with that 2-seamer. He needs to make sure he catches this thing out front if he sees that pitch again.
Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the 2nd out.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You could just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
Starlin Castro will see what he can do off the bench as he'll bat with runners at the corners and 2 gone here. First pitch hacking here, and that's the 1st strike. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Harper coming on. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. Nats leave a pair, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Will Harris comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. All set to start the 9th in this one, and stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Didi Gregorius. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Bouncer up the middle, and this will make its way into center field for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard now to open the 9th.
You can't ask for anything more than getting a leadoff man on right there. It brings the go-ahead run to the plate. He's in position to do some damage. It'd be interesting to see how the manager plays this one.
And a big pitch coming here late, so he'll step out and ask for time. Into the box now, Scott Kingery, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And this will go right by Suzuki all the way to the backstop. But it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at bat going. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys. Tying run at first, so objective number one is straining him on base. And now with one out, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that run.
Josh Harrison stands in as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Max Scherzer in line for the victory, barring a late collapse here. That misses. 2-0.
Good speed at first and good speed with a guy at the dish. Going to be tough to double up these guys. If you're an infielder, got to get rid of it quick.
And the runner back safely. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. And this is off the glove of Suzuki as it bounces away. And he'll keep that runner where he is, but meanwhile it's 3-0 now. Has a look, now the pitch. And he missed with it. Ball 4. So that means now the potential tying run will move into scoring position at second.
The closer is supposed to slam the door on his opponent, but he left the door wide open with a walk there. We'll see if they can capitalize on it.
So striding in, Adam Hazley, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone.
Hey, this isn't going to be an easy save. These guys are making him work for this one.
Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule. Gene Segura will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. And he'll go after the first offering here, although this looked to be well below the knees. It's strike 1. He's set. The 0-1. Swinging a ground ball to third. Oh, and Cabrera bobbles it.
Wow, this manager must be pulling his hair out. Not only does he have to deal with this pitcher walking people, now he's got to deal with his defense tripping all over themselves.
Bases full now following the error. And standing in is the veteran outfielder, Andrew McCutchen. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ooh, he's really in trouble, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. This guy needs to find the strike zone in the worst way.
Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. line towards center field. But this is taken in as a perfect metaphor to end this one, as that ball was hit hard, but the ball game is over.
Wow, that ninth inning was unbelievable. They load the bases with the tying run at third and the go-ahead run on second, but they can't find a way to bring them home. So close, but yet so far.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. The Washington Nationals jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Max Scherzer earns his team-leading 11th win, picking up 11 strikeouts along the way. Will Harris earns the save out of the bullpen, his 18th. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Well, a very competitive game, I guess, to say the least. Phil's come out on the losing end of this one as Max Scherzer was dominant. I said this would be an interesting matchup due to the fact they had Scherzer on the other end, but I wasn't expecting all that. 6 1/3 innings pitch. He lets up 7 hits. Phil's just could not plate any more than the 2 runs they had. 2 earned runs, but he struck out 11. So a very good day, and player of the game honors for Max Scherzer of the Nationals. Vince Velasquez suffered his 2nd loss this season. Will Harris comes in and gets a save. Thought the Phils might be able to pull it off by at least tying the game with the bases loaded. However, let's get right to it. Take a look back at some of the action that went down earlier on. It was Washington who scored first with this RBI, and that would actually be a 4-3 putout, but pretty much a fielder's choice. They scored the run on that ground out. So, yeah. That's where it started. It just did not go the Phillies' way from Jump Street, as Zimmerman, again, putting it where they ain't, as they say. Putting it right in between the fielders, and that would score the 2nd run for the Nationals. And then here's the run that pretty much did the Phillies in, and that was back in the 3rd inning. But the Phillies were not quite done yet in this one, as Soto goes yard here with that home run, making it 3-0. And Didi with a chopper, finally getting it through the infield, finally scoring a run in the top of the 4th. And fast forward again to the top of the 4th, we go. Scott Kingery, as he does the sac fly here, and this would score the runner from 3rd. And that would be the score for the rest of the game. So not a very eventful game as far as big hits, as you see Bryce scores there. Yeah. But he was the story of the game here, was Max Scherzer, as he strikes out 11 Phils, including Vince Velasquez, which, you know, although Vince did have a home run earlier this season, but Scherzer was on his game. Can't take nothing away from him. I guess I'll just leave it at that. But here's another strikeout here in the top of the 6th. Kingery goes down on strikes. Pretty much that's the way it was till the end of the game, as they leave him loaded. But Didi Gregorius for the Phillies, 3 for 4 with a double and a run batted in. Bryce Harper 2 for 4 with a run. Rhys Hoskins 2 for 4. He struck out. And Mean Gene 0 for 1 comes in off the bench to pinch hit for the pitcher. And yeah, that was it. But it was the Nationals who take Game 2, which means the rubber match will be tomorrow. As you see there, the player of the game, Max Scherzer, 99 pitches on the day, striking out 11 Phillies. The Nationals 3 runs on 12 hits, the Phillies 2 runs on 9 hits, and even though the Nationals had 2 errors, Phillies just were not able to capitalize today and bring those runs home. So the Phils fall to a measly 79-16. That's sarcasm. I'm talking to my son. So Phils fall to 79-16. Washington gains a win. They are now 42-54. Max Scherzer gets his 11th win. Vince falls to 12-2 on the season. And that will lead to a rubber match tomorrow. And this will be yet another interesting matchup, as Aaron Nola looks for win number 16. He'll be opposed by Steven Strasburg, looking for his 9th. Strasburg's record there notwithstanding, is certainly a threat, just as Scherzer was today, and Scherzer proved to be exactly that, as the Phillies bats were, pretty much held to an extra base hit here and there. Pretty much it was station-to-station baseball offensively. It was not a very good day overall. Not your typical slugfest by any means, but certainly not the offensive production, run production that the Phillies are noted for, at least in this particular simulated season. So tomorrow we look for the rubber match as Aaron Nola looks again for win number 16, opposed by Steven Strasburg. And then we got an all-star break coming, and Monday night is the home run derby. We'll see how well that goes. I have no idea how it's going to shake down. I don't know who's in it. I have a feeling there will be some Phillies in it for pretty good guess there, being that most are at the top of the list in home runs, especially Kutch and Bryce Harper. Maybe JT, maybe the big fella Rhys Hoskins, who knows? But that's your game today, and there is your top player spotlight player of the game, Max Scherzer, a well-deserved, the man with the two different colored eyes, gets the player of the game award as he gets the win. Vince suffers the loss. Double V, only his second loss this season. Will Harris, his 18th save for the Nationals. So we're going to go with Justin Allegri and the update. We're going to come right back with a couple closing comments. Okay. We'll be right back.
Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Starting off in the National League East, the Nats had 12 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 3-2. The Cubs hit 3 long balls as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 7-3. The Metropolitans combined to give up just 5 hits as they took down the Fish in Miami 11-1. The Pittsburgh Pirates launched 3 home runs as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 9-2. The Colorado Rockies knocked out 12 hits as a team as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 7-2. The Padres got 12 hits in this one as they dismantled the Giants 10-2. The Rangers racked up 11 hits as a team as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 6-2. The Tampa Bay Rays went deep 4 times as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 7-6. The Orioles allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they took down the Red Sox on the road 5-1. Dane Dunning got his second W of the season, leading the way for the White Sox over the D-backs 5-3. The Tribe totaled 11 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 4-3. Jorge Polanco was a major force at the plate with 6 RBIs, leading Minnesota to a win over Toronto 10-2. He is currently in the top 5 in the AL in triples. Justin Turner was clutch with the bat in his hands, driving in 5 runs on 3 hits, as the Dodgers disposed of the Angels 15-2. The A's sent 3 balls into the seats as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 6-2. Austin Pruitt grabbed his second win of the year, helping the Astros get by the Tigers 4-3. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thank you very much, Justin Allegri, for that update. You take a look at the scores from around Major League Baseball on this July 11th. Obviously, these are all as if you were watching them on Sunday morning, but there's all your scores from around the majors, including the Phils. Not bringing it together today. Some pretty big wins here. The Dodgers over the Angels, the Battle of L.A., 15-2 over Mike Trout and the Angels. Wow. Twins over the Jays, 10-2. Huh. Well, a lot of wins, and the Phils were not one of them. But tomorrow is another day, and you take a look at the pitching matchup here is Aaron Nola. There he is, looking for win number 16. Could it be that he gets that 16th to end the first half? I can't believe that's actually a real thing. But as you see there, this series is tied at 1. The rubber match tomorrow, and this is a battle of, I guess you would say in the boxing world, 2 true heavyweights, 2 very effective pitchers, and 2 pitchers that are actually, yeah, I would have to say at the top of the list. But it should be interesting to see how the lineup does against Strasburg on July the 12th. So we will see what happens then. So that'll be it for me. Certainly thank you guys for tuning in as you usually do. And don't forget to follow and like the page. Subscribe if you would. That way you can actually see these games and actually hit the notification button so you know when we're on. But we'll be on tomorrow afternoon, Lord willing. And we'll look to do this again as the Phils are looking to wrap up the first half with a W, if possible, and get 80 wins to close out the first half. That's just insane. But it is certainly a very realistic possibility in this particular simulated season. So that's it for now. Phils drop one, Game 2 to the Nationals by a final score of 3-2. But that's it for now. We'll see you tomorrow for some more of Phillies baseball. Thanks for watching and have a good day, everybody.